big fights out there. Look, I'm not going to mention any names, but we see losses, and I say, look, there's plenty of tomato cans in the heavyweight division. You know, they shouldn't be where they are. You know, I rank a lot of these in the top 10 as useless. They're only there because the promoters has got them there. Really, did he belong there? No. They should be sweeping up the gym in my eyes.
So that's why Johnny Fisher's dad eats Chinese food, is it? Hey? He's a part-time welder, is he, as well? Ha ha ha. Hardcores out there, how you doing? Looks like it's going to pee it down, doesn't it? Hey? How's this work here? That better? It's a bit better, isn't it? What a day I've had here. A lot been going on in boxing. A lot to talk about. About Tyson Fury offering Big Meech. The Gypsy Kings offered Big Meech a shot at the WBC title. So Meech has got no belts though, has he? He's in wilderness, isn't he? That's how I look at it. He don't bring no to the table, does he, Meech, at the moment? Well, what does he bring into the table? A tin of Spam? He's not dining at the top table with Fury and Usyk eating lobster, is he? You know what I mean? But I wonder why he'd offer Joshua that fight. Why don't you let Usyk fight him, and then we've got one man then, haven't we? We're one fight away from having everything we've wanted for more or less 20 years, on nigh on 20 years. Been chasing this moment for 20 years and the stalling. Well, it will be 20 years when we get to 2023, won't it? So I think Lennox Lewis, did he do it in 2003? I don't think he had every single belt then, did he? Fury's got every single belt, but he's not held them at any one time. But I think that's more due to bad luck in it, and I think the establishment tried to shaft him basically, didn't they, Fury? But we know Eddie Hearn and Kathy Hoover did, didn't they, or tried to. Do you know what I mean? We got one belt off him, didn't they? But no coppers here. Looking everywhere, aren't they? Don't do it, love. Don't do it. We'll just pull up here. Because I can. Couple of things here, really. Can Joshua recover from them 2 defeats mentally? People keep asking me that. I don't know really. I don't know what goes on in his head. You thought he's kind of like insecure, wouldn't you, the way he's been carrying off? He like needs a bit of reassurance all the time, doesn't he? That's how it looks to me. He might be a tortured soul, we don't know, do we? He's got a lot on his plate, obviously, hasn't he? All them woodpeckers hanging around him. Peck, 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 peck! Pecking away at him. That's what they do. It's amazing, isn't it? Grown men. Peck, peck, peck! So they can't get outgoing in their own lives. They've got to get stuck into somebody who's got a few quid, haven't they? I see that a lot, mate. I've seen it a lot over years. It's amazing, isn't it, how you could have a mate, you could have millions in bank, you might be loaded, you might just treat people like dirt, but if he's looking after you, he's the best guy in the world, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? It's easy to love a person like that when they're spending on you, isn't it? That's how I look at it. Keep saying that. sunroof, it looks like it's going to rain. A bit cold, that, isn't it? Every time I come from Barnsley area, there's always something like that that chases me. I had one earlier. I'm stuck up my arse about 15 minutes. Couldn't check him off. What was this here? Seeing him off in the end, but he couldn't control himself. We'll have a road he was. But, boy racer in a Mondeo. Has Joshua held them belts hostage? Somebody said something to me. Has he held them hostage? Well, he didn't fight Wilder, did he? Wilder were flown over to fight the winner of Vladimir Joshua, and it were going to be about undisputed then. I think that was the moment when I lost what little bit of respect I had for Eddie Hearn. I lost respect for him then, and Adam Smith. They didn't want Joshua near Wilder. Only respect I've got for Eddie Hearn now is that he's a grafter, but he ain't graft what he's doing, is it really? Graft to me is working at cabbage fields in Lindholm. That's graft to me. December 91, Lindholm, cabbage fields. Get grafting in that cold weather all day. Frozen cabbages. That's graft. Back-breaking work on chain gang. Not what Eddie Hearn's done, swanning about repeating the same old story to the same old favoured journalists. No. Ain't having any of that. Not for me, that. So belts, in my opinion, were held hostage. It's more about who he didn't fight. He didn't fight Wilder. Could have had 2 fights with him. Could have fought Fury then. Had 2 with him, that's 4 fights. He would have lost all them money. Put them 4 defeats he's already had. He'd have had 7 defeats, wouldn't he? If you add all that up. That's how I look at it. Big shout out to Terry Chappendama, the Beautiful Boxing Podcast, or Beyond Boxing, whichever you want to call it. He's flying after his viral Twitter video. Well done, Terry. Yeah, it speaks very elegantly. As Eddie Hearn and Adam Smith, in my opinion, have they programmed the British fight fans' minds? Do you think? Have they programmed their mind? Oh, everybody were on this hype train. I've just gone by Palamine's house there on Skella. He used to big Joshua up non-stop, didn't you, Bri? You were all over Joshua, Team Femi. Weren't you, Bri? You were Team Femi. So I straightened you out. So they educated you. Everybody knew we were a busted flush, but nobody wanted to come out and say it, did they? Nobody came out and said, oh. Nobody wants to ask Eddie Hearn, do they, about Eddie, why is it not about the belts no more? Well, why not? He's going on about sanctioning bodies of this, sanctioning bodies of that. Hey. I mean, Andy Ruiz were a voluntary, but they had a rematch clause for a voluntary. So it ain't about undisputed, is it? If they're putting rematch clauses in with voluntaries, that he were an easy voluntary in their minds against a fat kid. But they come a cropper. So, but they couldn't hold Joshua in high esteem if they're putting in rematch clauses if he gets beat against Andy Ruiz, could they? Because if you're doing that, it ain't about undisputed, is it? It's just going to drag it on even longer. That's knocked him back years. He's further away now for undisputed than ever. He's got no belts, right? So what's he going to do now? He's just going to fight between guys ranked between. He's just going to fight guys ranked outside top 10, isn't he now? Or those guys that should be ranked outside the top 10. That's all he's going to fight now. That's it. On a world tour, what like they did with Chris Eubank? Where did they go with him? South Africa or something, or Egypt or something on it, and Wales and Scotland, something like that on it. What's all that about? Look, it's about money. They've been preaching legacy, but it's about money. It's about pound notes, and like I've just said there, Joshua's further away now from a world title than ever. Never mind an undisputed fight. Oh my God. So that's how I look at it. But what next for Joshua? Probably Dylan White, innit? Dylan White's begging for a fight, innit? I don't see anybody queuing up to fight Wilder. Eddie said he's put a offer to Wilder's team. I don't think he has. I don't think he's put an offer to the team. A proper offer. It'll be peanuts, won't it? But Wilder's not got a belt. Joshua's not got a belt. You'd have thought they'd both be on something like about 10 mil, wouldn't you, each? It's not to be sniffed at, is it? But when they've been earning 4 times that, they're going to be reluctant to get out of bed, aren't they? That's what I reckon anyway. But we're going to see, aren't we? But it's turned boxing on its head now, and Eddie's not in the driving seat no more, is he? He's not in the driving seat at all. At all. No way. No way. And he knows it as well. They're cap in hand now. Them. Cap in hand. Cap in hand. So we'll see, won't we? We'll see what they're made of. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. It is what it is. What do I think to Liam Smith's performance? Not Liam Smith's fault, is it? Sky's fault, isn't it? Not Matchroom, whoever he's with. Boxer, innit? That's whose fault it is. So, what can you do? It's not, like as I said, it's not Liam Smith's fault. Is Liam Smith the same fighter that fought Liam Williams? No, I don't think he is. I don't think it's the same fighter at all. That's just my opinion, isn't it? I think Liam Williams took something out of him, to be honest. I do. But you know, I wish him all the best. We wish him well, don't we, Liam Smith? But I don't think it's the same fighter. And if he goes in with any of them big dogs at 154, I fear for his safety. But then again, we've heard that before, haven't we? Johnny Nelson feared for Joshua, didn't he, when Takam were warming up. He said, do you know what? Takam's like George Foreman and Holyfield rolled into one. Go on, Johnny. Consistency is the key, Johnny. Okie dokie. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll get Cameron to put this together. Little one for you. Alright. I think we'll probably do helmets now, even though it's a week late. I've had that much on. I'm off to Nottingham today. That'll be interesting. So, okie dokie. Peace out. No, I'm not letting you in, mate. I don't let people in. Sorry, mate. Never let people in when you're driving. But always try and bully your way in through these little turn-offs if you can. If you're insured, it don't matter, does it, if they clip you? Go on. Peace out. Not bad for a fat lad.
Pop, pop, bang!
Bumper Platte.